return to the lifting caboose, the full tubs of fish are a welcome sight. For Trevor, these pickerel are like gold. Welcome news during what has been a bleak season.
We've been kind of working our asses off just trying to catch some fish. It's finally coming to fruition, so I'm happy about that.
This is exactly what Trevor needs right now.
Yeah, I mean, I almost don't want to jinx it, Kevin or Matt. Is like, you look like you're feeling good today. I was like, yeah, I feel great, and hopefully everything goes well. And then Riley said, Grindstone will be the judge of that. I was like, he's right. Can't fight Lake Winnipeg, that's for sure.
The wind is coming from the northeast and it's howling.
A day later in Gimli, after an extended run of bitter cold, the weather is getting even worse.
Can't see it very far in front of you. If I can get onto my trail, it'll be all right. I sure wouldn't want to be going out 4 miles today, not in this.
With no relief in the forecast, Jean and Candace have no choice but to lift nets in a blizzard.
Well, this day is kind of a miserable day. Probably about minus 20, but minus 35 with the wind chill right now. And it's supposed to be like minus 42, I heard on the radio on the way into town. It's gusting 40 to 60, snowing, and gustier winds this afternoon. So we got to get them in short order and get the hell off the lake.
Everything that's dangerous out on the lake now becomes invisible, including their way home. Last time out, Jean and Candace suffered prolonged exposure to bitter temperatures due to a heavy catch. To speed things along, they're bringing their son Alec to help them get through the nets faster.
I'm taking your fish? Is that what you're saying? I'm taking your fish?
Yes.
Do you have a special fish?
You saw me going right for it and then you took it.
The easy ones.
Yeah.
See? You're in training. You get the hard ones. You learn how to take out the hard ones.
Conditions are expected to get worse before they get better. Alec has fished with his parents previously, but still needs experience.
Oh, it makes it a lot harder. You'll be holding the net and it's just blowing around everywhere. Just cold as hell out here.
He's doing really good tying in, too. He's going to be able to go by himself pretty soon.
Yeah, this today, go with them because it's windy.
Oh, yeah.
Days like today are an endurance test for everyone.
Well, tomorrow's supposed to be even worse, so we might just call it a day, stay home tomorrow.
Well, you just don't know when the fish will slow down, so you take whatever you can get right now.
Oh, yeah. I got a big appreciation for my parents and everyone else out here that does it. People like to say stuff about commercial fishermen, like, come out here, it's hard.
Yeah, you can sure feel the wind getting up higher when fish are freezing like they are, eh?
Yeah. It's making things a lot harder, that's for sure.
Sure starting to blow up now, guys.
Well, we're almost done this one, and we can head in.
True to form on Lake Winnipeg, the weather is absolutely getting worse. This means that heading home is as dangerous as any other activity on the ice.
I knew it was going to get bad, but it's bad to start with. But you know what? Alec came out, Candace, Trooper. We got them all done, and we can relax now.
It's pretty miserable out here, and the wind's up, and yeah, it's low visibility right now. It's time to go home. I'm glad we're done.
Another day, another night.
Near Moonlight Bay, Mike and Richard's goal is to set 9 nets today. It's another brutally cold day, and the plan is to travel 6 kilometers from shore.
Can you see it? Touch more.
The winter season ends at midnight, March 31st. Anything not caught is wasted quota, so no one wants to come up short and leave money on the table. The Bjarnasons must get to work and slam in some nets to get the most bang for their buck.
If we can get these 9 down, that should be it. Looks like we got good ice here.
Is it good?
Good here.
Good here.
Okay, fire in. Just dead on.
Last time Richard was out, things didn't go as planned, and he fell into a hole, soaking his foot. Luckily, he avoided frostbite. Today, things are looking up. Richard's measurements are right on the money.
Well, everything's looking good so far. So far, so good.
I don't want 20 boxes today, you know?
the one day you don't want fishing, you're going to end up getting it.
Following a successful day, Trevor is back at the Christensen base camp.
I mean, rain or shine or wind or snow or whatever, we're going to go out.
The wind is gusting up to 70 kilometers per hour, and with so much fresh snow, visibility will be an issue. However, Trevor has other things on his mind.
Down one more guy. I ended up having to let go 2 employees so far this winter, which sucks. Like, it puts me in a really awkward place, but I'm just not going to put up with both.
After a brief return, Matt Dahl is no longer with the crew.
It doesn't feel good. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I want to be buddies with my employees and stuff, but, you know, there's still a employer-employee relationship that stands, so it's always a little awkward.
Kevin and Riley will form Trevor's crew for the rest of the winter.
Kevin's another veteran fisherman. He fishes on his own. He knows his stuff. He's a, you know, experienced guy, so I have him on to help and to also learn from him.
So far, this season has not gone the way Trevor envisioned it.
I've had a handful of good days on the lake. And by good, I mean nobody's died on the lake. Other than that, it's been pretty... just tired of it. I want to work with people who want to be here, you know? That's all.
Overall, the fishing hasn't been great for Trevor, but it's the business side that's been taking a bigger toll.
It's funny, too, that the more I do this on my own, the more I understand my dad. You know, like you have your employees who complain this and that, and I don't have anybody to complain to, but it does feel better having a guy like my dad out here around, you know? There you go, Dad. I'm complimenting you on camera. I love you. Wow, there's some crazy snowdrifts out here. Can't see a thing either.
At the lifting caboose, the lack of visibility has already claimed its first victim.
There's 2 or 3 feet of snow on the ice, and you have a windy day where it's snowing. You literally can't see anything.
The cogs are burnt off this thing. Look at that. That's so good.
Kevin has plowed headlong into a snowbank.
We need a clevis?
Yeah, need a clevis for sure.
Kevin and Riley get a head start on Trevor, but end up stuck in the loose snow. Trevor catches up and helps with the bomber.
It's in quite a drift here.
It'll be able to pull everything. I'd be surprised if it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Well, let's give it a whirl. Jesus Christ.
Back on Moonlight Bay, Richard has suffered a hard fall on the ice and can barely get up. Mike has had to rush to his aid.
I didn't know what the hell was going on. It looked like the line was going down. He just barely caught it. But I thought maybe he fell in the hole.
Richard and Mike continue setting nets on the other side of the crack. But in one split second, Richard's good day turns bad.
Oh, what happened?
Just on the glare ice, and again, down I went. That was close. Okay. Okay, have to get the other line.
A broken leg or twisted knee will end a season quickly. Richard is hardier than most his age, and amazingly, he gets right back to work.
Mighty.
Adding insult to injury, Richard slices his finger open on the net he's handling.
Bleeding like a stuffed pig. That's happened a few times. Made a little boo-boo.
It's in a rough patch there. Can't hear it. It's right on top of the rough ice there.
With the wind howling and a layer of snow from the most recent blizzard insulating the ice, Richard can't hear the jigger.
Yeah, well, we hit the rough ice and we couldn't hear the jigger, like it was kind of an echo. Nothing. God almighty. Can't believe it. It sounds like it's right there. Then you go a little, it sounds like it's there, but it's always an echo when it's in the rough ice. It's terrible. Okay, we'll have to pull her up, I guess.
Unable to find the jigger, Richard makes the tough choice to pull it back.
Holy, freezing.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
What do you think?
Nah, just call it. Getting cold.
After a brief respite, temperatures are starting to plunge again. It's been a cold, painful, and exhausting day on the ice. The Bjarnasons decide to call it quits.
I thought it was going to be a good day with the way it started off. It was fine. It was going good. I thought we were going to get them all in, no problem. But we ended up getting in 7, so better than nothing.
That's it. Pull up all of our nets. We're now.
Back in the Narrows, there's no denying bombardiers are a constant money pit and a pain to maintain. But today proves they are still the most useful machine on the lake.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Started making some grinding noises, and sprockets on the back driver's track are torn out.
On the Pan Am?
On the side by.
Oh, okay, we got to bring that back then.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yet more issues with equipment.
This is going to have to come home, our side-by-side, and I might have to change out the rear passenger side drive sprocket because it's missing a few of the plastic teeth. Hopefully we can get that fixed within the next couple days.
Trevor and crew head back to shore, but don't make it far.
Hey! Trevor!
The track on the side-by-side is now completely torn apart. It's just one more piece of Trevor's equipment giving up the ghost this season.
I'm so used to like this happening all the time because it's just the way it is every day, every single day. Get up before the ass crack of dawn, make $0, work my ass off.
Trevor's catch is worth over $3,500 and should result in a payday. Now, however, it will all be gone in wages, fuel, and repair costs.
It's been a lot of days like that this winter. I'll be happy to get everything to shore, honestly.
In order to limp home, the guys strap the empty sleigh under the damage as support.
You broke it. You broke it. You drive it.
Riley, you got this. Just go slowly for now. That pretty much sums up my winter season right there. That exact image right there.
This is Trevor's season in a nutshell. Major breakdowns that wipe out what should be profitable days. It's frustrating, and he needs to turn things around soon or his entire season is in jeopardy.
Stupid. It's stupid, but it works, just like me.
This is almost the equivalent of a storm day in the fall when you shouldn't be going out, but you do anyway.
Near Gimli, just 3 days after they last lifted in a blizzard with their son Alec.
We have lots of firewood. We have Miss Candace. And I got my GPS hooked up. Not a lot of guys, I don't think, went out today, and I should be one of them, but this week has been just one miserable day after another.
Gene and Candace are again forced out in lousy weather. Winds are gusting up to 80 kilometers per hour, and blowing snow makes travel extremely risky. In the bomber, it would be easy for Gene to get lost or stuck, but Candace leads the way on a snow machine.
Right on, you got my eyes. Did I get a crossing?
Candace has kept them on the trail, and now she'll ride over the pressure ridge on her sled to make sure it's safe for the bombardier to cross.
But my scout there, she followed the trail, and it was perfect. What about this one?
I'll take the machine across.
What's that there? A crack?
Crack.
It's very thin ice here, too. This is where it was open, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come across here. To make sure I can get out, I loosened up my hatch up top. You never know. You never know. I open it up all the time. I unlatch it so you can just hit it and you can go out because time is of the essence.
That chunk of ice broke off. I don't think we'll be coming back this way.
Nothing there. Oh, it's a big crack here now. We'll worry about that when the time comes.
The bomber has broken off a huge chunk of ice. If he hadn't hit the crossing with speed, the crack would have opened up, sending Gene and the bomber to the bottom of the lake.
This is where it was been open, and the snow is not letting it freeze. Now we got to look around for a new crossing. Yeah. Slow and steady. I don't know how you kept on the trail. Pretty damn good. I couldn't see anything from in the bombardier.
This is the second time this week the Pishkis have had to lift in brutal weather conditions, but they can't leave these nets any longer.
Tub and a half already?
That's what's in here. Good fish here anyway, eh?
There is good fish here. It's a hard call to make, though. There's fish out here, but there's also fish inside. We don't have to cross the crack.
If we go to the south, there's a crossing there, eh?
Yeah.
And it'll be blown over. I'll get you to go first, because if it breaks, then at least everyone's on the other side, eh?
With their old crossing too risky to try again, the Pishkis decide not to chance fate and try a safer crossing a little further away.
It'll take us a little bit longer to get in, I guess.
Just because you get across it in the morning, that does not mean you're getting across it in the afternoon. She can open and move, and you don't want to be tiptoeing out there and not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's supposed to get bitter cold again, like minus 25 for Monday, Tuesday. And then more wind and warm up again. It's like TNT for the crack out here every time it warms up.
The Pishkis find a safe way to cross the crack, but how many more times will they face danger to bring home the fish?
You just can't wait. Sometimes the fish is there only for a little while in the beginning, and then what? For Candace and I, it's a fine line with expenses, so whatever money we make, we can keep.
You've really got to be on your game. You have to be able to read the weather. Don't take advantage of Lake Winnipeg.
Next time on Ice Vikings.
It's been a pretty tough season.